Welcome to the Real Estate Baller Show. If you ever like any of the video we posted, if you like this channel, can you do me a favor and hit that subscribe button? It helps us more than you know. And the bigger this channel gets, the more people we can help achieve financial freedom. Thank you and enjoy the episode. So Sammy, being in your market and being in real estate for 15 years, do you feel like at times you have to become a jack of all trades to survive?
Oh yeah. Especially when you're first starting out, there's no money to pay anybody. You know, all you're doing is spending money, and you got to figure out a lot of things on your own. And I'm a big proponent of you can't delegate something until you've mastered it yourself. And I know that's not true universally, because obviously you have to hire to your weaknesses and so on and so forth. But at the most basic level, you know, when we're running our businesses on a day-to-day basis, you're assigning tasks, let's say to an admin or, you know, whatever the case may be. You have to be a jack of all trades. You know, we're installing lock boxes in one day. We're evicting squatters on another. We're waiting for the gas company on another day, right? This is when you don't have any help. But all this stuff has to get done. I mean, one transaction probably has 100+ tasks associated with it. Let's say you're not doing them all, but you know, from the financing to the title work to the surveys and the appraisals and the data, it goes on and on. But our portion of that is huge, and especially if you're working on marketing and you got to get out to the house, you got to manage your appointments. You know, obviously, lead management's huge. Managing contractors, you got to be a CPA damn near to manage your cash flow. I think I made my point there, right? I mean, if you're looking to get into this business, don't say that's not my job. That's not really got to be in your vocabulary at the beginning. You do it all. Getting dirty and driving and everything is on the table. When you make some money, then you can be picky, like me. At this point in my career, I'm like, you know, it takes a hell of a lot to get me out of this chair. Let me just be honest at this point, you know, like it takes a lot.
Yeah, at this point where you have pretty shirt and slick hair, smooth hair, you know, no stain on your shirt.
No stain, no spot. No.
Sammy, so Freddie's the one on the road, right?
Yeah.
So this is designed to be a sincere question, okay, even though you may think I'm being snarky. Does Freddie drive himself, or is there someone who drives him?
No, Freddie still drives himself. Freddie, he loves the field. He loves interacting with people. He comes from a retail blue-collar background in his early days, so he's most at home in that environment. There are times where he can be what we call bougie, and he wants to be chauffeur-driven, and he wants to do this. He wants to do that. But I think it's a matter of, like, does he want to spend 7 hours in a car with somebody? Yeah.
Well, what's happened is we have plenty of rural markets within our territory, and there's a few investors now who they hire people a couple of days a week to drive them, so that during their heavy driving day, they can be doing work while they're on the road. So that's why I was asking the question.
Well, I would imagine he'd have a need for that if we didn't have a partnership, right? If he was on the road having to do the things that I did, I would imagine, yeah, you need somebody to drive you.
Yeah,
you know?
Good
and
point.
it seems such a big deal to have a driver, but it's really not. You know, if you really look at it, it's not.
Exactly.
Just a matter of being better at time and task management.
Yeah.
But, you know, it sounds cool to say I have a driver.
That's my driver out there, right?
I have a driver.
The real thing is I've seen Freddie drive, and I was going to make a recommendation to you about that for that reason.
For the sake of public safety, yeah.
Hey, thanks for tuning in today. I do have a favor to ask. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with more amazing stories and insights from REBallers. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. This episode is brought to you by Jet Lending. For over 20 years, Jet Lending has been helping real estate investors succeed. They offer 100% financing so you can be in at $0 at closing. I can always count on Jet Lending to fund my deals. If you're looking to fund your next deal, contact our friend over at jetlending.com.